in a lot of series, there's like little things like that. Like in the pilot, something's completely different, but everyone just like doesn't know. Or
Oh yeah,
forgets.
like pilots are great for like you know, we're trying to figure out what the hell we're doing.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, The Office is like the U.S. version, of course, is, and the U.S. version is also bringing up diversity stuff. Like they have the Indian coworker Kelly, who actually
Diversity Day.
Diversity
Yeah.
Day, the infamous episode from the first season, and they actually also I believe I read somewhere that it's like the U.S. version of The Office is the first network TV show to tackle it's not really a controversial subject, but they handled the Indian festival of Diwali, which is the fall, which they thought was like it's like they called it like Halloween for India, but they had.
Oh my
funny.
That's what
God.
Michael told his girlfriend, and she dressed up as like a cheerleader, and everybody else is in like Indian Hindu like
Oh my.
garb, and she just looked like
He proposed.
That's beautiful.
No.
And well, yeah, they do, and then also Oscar was gay. That
Yeah,
was-
Oscar
Yeah.
is gay and Hispanic.
He came
Yeah.
back.
Oh,
too.
And he came back,
man.
yeah. And we
That,
have
that was a good one.
we have
too.
Stanley, who's the black guy who's just in. He's just like the job is nothing but a paycheck to him, and that's really funny.
But on Pretzel Day.
Oh yeah,
I like
and there was the
pretzel.
episode,
Oh man.
and there's the episode where over the break where they were going out with the sales, and he went out with Ryan. And they can eat with their clients, and like they're all these like they're like Stanley's age, and they're all black, and like they know each other, and like, hey man, how's your kids doing? It's like, yeah, Ryan's gonna do a little pitch for you, and I'm just gonna sit in the corner doing my crossword.
My crossword. My favorite part of that was
like,
when Jim and Dwight went out together, and
Yeah.
Jim's like, "No, after you." 70% of attacks come from behind. There's still a 30% chance I could attack from the front. No, I'd be ready for it. Whack!
Yeah, yeah, that was probably the best episode of the season so far, I think.
No, I think one of the funniest. This doesn't really have actually. I don't doesn't have much to do with TV, but I think one of the funniest instances of like super like multiracial things was the Burger King Kids Club. They cover like every race and had a kid in a wheelchair.
Yeah, there was a kid in the wheelchair.
I think his name was Wheels actually.
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
they,
man.
Awesome. With a
they
Z.
covered all bases.
Wheels with
Yeah.
a Z to prove that he was
Yeah.
edgy.
Oh, dude, I forgot that even existed.
Yeah, dude.
I don't think
didn't
that
even
was
know
a
that
TV show.
existed.
I just thought that was like the Burger King.
But-
That was the epitome of like every culture like mixed.
Wait, Tracy,
Or Captain Planet. Yeah.
Power Rangers too were kind of.
Oh, they can hear Juicy because Juicy's connected. Juicy's wired for sound. And there's also during our break, The Wire wrapped up its 4th awesome season. That's a very racially diverse show. There's like, it's like probably like 75% black. The cast.
I can't handle that show.
Yeah, The Wire is a hard show to get into. It's very complex and dense. It's hard to penetrate. You know, it takes like a few episodes to get into it and feel
And
probably more than like the average.
And you have
show.
no idea what's gonna happen. Like I like shows where you can sort of predict. That show I have no idea what's going on. Like
Yeah.
things just happen.
And it's one of those shows that's also, even though it's in English,
Juicy
it's
gets
good to
confused.
watch with subtitles because there's
Oh,
not that because sometimes it's just like the slang terms that they use, both from the street level and from the police and politicos. And it's a really good show. It's really great TV, and a certain retailer, which I'm not going to name unless they give me lots of money, they had a sale on Christmas Eve for half off
Best Buy?
HBO sets. I'm not going to say unless they give
It
me
was Best
money.
Buy.
Yeah, half off
I didn't know
HBO
that.
sets, and I picked up the seasons 1 through 3, and it's a phenomenal show. It's very, very awesome, and
was that your DVD pick of the week?
it was at one point. And yeah, they actually this season usually the lead character is a white detective. His name's McNulty, but this season he really wasn't around that much since he was sober and not that interesting. The previous seasons he was drunk a lot and really self-destructive, but like a good cop. But it's a lot more interesting, and they decided to focus more on these 4 black kids in this. They're like all best friends, and they live in this urban neighborhood, and like they're the drug trade and all the systems that are meant to support them just like ruin them. one of them gets into the group, and he like kills a guy at the end of the season. And
Beautiful.
another kid is his foster mom is hospitalized with severe burns, and
Ooh.
he has
Jesus.
to be put in a halfway house because he told a cop about one of the drug dealers. They're like killing people and hiding them in empty houses that nobody goes into, and now he's a snitch, and they're like beating on him every day in the foster house. Another kid who's really poor but like really smart found himself having to align himself with a kid who got involved in the gang because he had no other options. But one kid ended up all right because he got like adopted by the cop who came, the ex-cop who came in to the school to teach like.
Oh, it's like the end of Face Off.
Stop
Maybe.
ruining the endings to everything.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, so
Wait, how did it all like the ending of Face Off?
Huh?
How was that?
Because at the end of
What?
Face Off,
What?
John Travolta finds out that Nicolas Cage had a kid. When they get their faces swapped back, all right, then John Travolta's family adopts Nicolas Cage's son because everyone that Nicolas Cage's son could go to is dead.
yeah, it's not
Oh,
quite like
yeah.
that. It's just the dad's in prison for.
Nick Cage was the detective.
No, John
hell
Travolta's the
no.
detective. Nicolas Cage is the bad guy, but they swapped bodies.
Yeah, they swapped. No, they didn't swap
Well,
bodies.
they swapped
they
faces, and somehow their their
Yeah.
bodies were the exact same as each other.
Kid and I
Yeah,
swapped
somehow
faces. Would
they
anyone
made
notice?
It so it would work. But Nicolas Cage, who was supposed to be dead, woke up and realized his face was missing. But John Travolta's face was like in a little container of water.
No, it wasn't
And
in the
he was
container.
smoking
No,
a
that's not what
cigar.
happened,
He
no.
killed the doctors and then basically took over John Travolta's life. Yeah.
All right, let's go to a commercial break right now.
It's actually 8:30, by the way.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is?
we have about
What?
How much time do we have?
a minute.
A minute.
Oh!
Go to a commercial break.
Just go to commercial break.
Commercial break.
Screw it. We'll go.
We'll
We'll go
go
late.
commercial.
We'll go late.
Dude, who goes late as you fucking want?
Hey, why not?
It's a 120-minute tape.
Never felt so much alike.
Woo! Yeah, this is a supersized episode of Damn That
Yep.
Television. We're gonna wrap it up because
It's like a supersized Thursday on NBC.
yeah,
Wednesday.
we're going long.
Yeah, why not?
Because why
A
not?
special episode.
We can't get canceled. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
a premiere. We're doing a supersized premiere,
There we go.
and we determined this about half hour into the show. Okay, so
Well, we had a commercial.
yeah, so we're now on YouTube.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we're uploading shows like crazy. We're putting up Corey's stuff. We're merging and putting favorites. You can check that out. We got a lot of our shorts up, and in our favorite section, we got a lot of the stuff that was on Scan After Dark the last like 3 semesters that
Wow.
Schmitty and Jake made. You can watch all those little shorts they made, except not
Cool.
the what's it, St. Elmo's Fire one, where he's teaching the kid and like they're training and he's smoking a lot.
Oh my god.
But hopefully that'll be up soon. But anyway,
Really good episode.
when we
Wow.
edit out the Sabino thing. But anyway,
You don't.
You idiot.
If you watched it, that's an actual line.
yeah. So
And that was
okay.
wow.
Let's.
And I didn't even write this
So-
either.
Bob Carroll Jr. is the name that you probably don't know. He died.
Oh yeah,
recently.
he
He's
just
a-
died like yesterday.
He's the co-creator, and he wrote all the episodes of I Love Lucy, which is one of
Oh,
the definitive.
yeah.
Still alive?
Yeah, he was still alive.
We're still alive.
Yeah, he just died like last week or something. So I'm gonna recommend seasons 1 through 6 of I Love Lucy, one of the definitive sitcoms. Great show, lots of funny moments, wackiness, great physical comedy. All right, we'll be back next week. Live with the Curry is coming up next. It's actually going to be live this week, so
For
You're gonna wanna
real.
stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome. And we'll be back next week. And until then, the remote is yours.